A couple of your freshmen get some reps. What was your analysis of how they did?
We got to see Kenny Cooper go in there, and as the game went on, Kenny Cooper actually he improved. That's something we expected him to do. I mean, he started off, and I think the first couple snaps he was awful high, and he was probably in shock. Didn't make any calls, didn't call any techniques. He told me so. He said I couldn't think of anything out there except go run my path and knew what I was responsible, knew what gap I was responsible for, and just get anybody that was in that gap. And he was honest. I appreciate his honesty. He did play the game. He did not creep off the ball. He did explode off the ball. Jay Hazel did the exact same thing. I thought he did a nice job getting up the field and getting after some people. He threw all technique out. He didn't do anything we coached. He just was running around trying to hit somebody. And Brad Morgan did the same thing. I think Brad Morgan got 3 defenders down in 13 snaps, which is very aggressive, and that's kind of what he is. He also had 3 missed assignments, which has hurt him in the past, but he'll get better in time. And it was nice to see him go out there and knocking Vanderbilt's defensive players to the ground at the point of attack, which is something I think he's pretty capable of doing a lot. Obviously, then we got Bailey Weiermeyer in there a couple snaps too, and he got a defender, and he was all excited about that opportunity.
Who graded out the best, actually, out of your guys this week?
I think that, well, Freddie probably had Freddie had the most crucial situation in the whole deal with that zero nose, always trying to affect him, firing into him, trying to knock him back off the ball. As the game went on, I think you saw that the middle of the line of scrimmage started to change, and when it started to change, and especially in that second and third quarters, and it was, we had kind of got our chance to go ahead and do what we usually do, is run the football, give our quarterback time, and I thought Freddie probably had the best game for us up front.
How important is it to start developing that backup center for Freddie?
Well, I think all positions need to have a backup. I think all positions need to have someone who will push them. Obviously, getting Parker Braun in there for 33 snaps helped a bunch because he played both left and right guard, and now he can push not only Shamir, but he can also, I expect him to get a little bit more snaps on the left side and push Will Bryant a little bit, because we need to get better play out of both those guys. And I think if they're all fresh, they'll get better play. And if they know that they're not going to perform, shoot, they can sit and watch someone else do the job. And I kind of like that. The room in there is it's a good room right now. It's always been a good room, but there's a little bit of looking over your shoulder, seeing, I saw he got much more snaps in this situation. And I do plan to play guys, and we've always had, if they were capable of executing, capable of doing the techniques, and I think that's something both those guys, young guys, are starting to do.
Andrew had a pretty good game, tackled, seemed like, and played probably the most he's played for you guys.
He did a good job. This is his second start, and I thought he did a good job. There's definitely some situations where he would agree with me in saying that he could have done a heck of a lot better, and that he should have been able to go ahead and sight adjust to what was happening out there and not feel his way through there, because he's been a tackle now long enough to understand exactly what's expected of him out there. But he did come off the ball. He was able to, that was one thing he's always been able to do, is scoop. That's why we liked him at guard. I mean, he wasn't always physical at the point of attack as he needed to be, but he showed increased physicality up there right now. I believe he had 8 defenders to the ground this time.
What was it total for defenders?
50. I think we had 66, and the offensive line had 50.
Wow. Will these next couple of days be a wait and see for Trey as far as getting back to where he can play?
Well, I think both Trey and Stick will try to get themselves back in to get some snaps. It's a big game. It's Clem, and they're ready to go, and I think that they're ready to play football. I mean, 3 games out of the way already. It's a quarter of the season's done, so the thing just happens so fast, and you don't want to miss those opportunities. So obviously, I think that those boys will be ready to, come back and compete. But it was nice to see those other guys come in there too, and I think that everybody sees, well, hey, there's only so many snaps in the game. I'm going to hurry up and get mine.
How does Clemson's front 7 compare with last year?
It's very similar last year, because they still have 42 back and Watkins back, and they put in 90 over 56. I thought that was different. They lost the middle linebacker, but Kendall Joseph is he's a good linebacker. He really is. Ben Boulware's back. He missed the first couple of weeks. Now he's back playing. Same guy that we played against last year. It's not like it was 2 years ago when you had Grady Jarrett and Big Beasley out there, but I'm sure there's a couple of guys that'll play on Sunday over there right now too. It's they've done a good job in recruiting. They beat some good schools and some good kids, and they've got some talented players over there on defense. They always have. I think that that front 7 is going to be We thought they were the best last year. Obviously, a lot of teams thought they were pretty good because they got to play for the national championship. But I think too that if we'll execute and do our technique, we're capable of moving the football, controlling the clock, and getting enough points to win the ball game.
I imagine it had to be encouraging to see the level of performance you saw from the line against a team like Vanderbilt that's pretty good defensively and fundamentally sound.
They were a very solid defense last year with 28th in total defense, or 28th in rushing defense, and 33rd in total defense, and they had 8 starters back. So that was definitely a step up from the other group we saw. I mean, obviously Boston College was in the top 10 in rushing and total defense too. So we've got to see 2 good groups, and it was a little bit better as we've played it each time. We seem to get a little bit lower. We seem to be executing a little bit better, and I think our guys are seeing that their hard work's starting to pay off.
Do you feel you're making progress with the pass blocking?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we still put ourselves in, we still shoot ourselves in the foot by not getting ourselves in a proper situation, either oversetting on a guy, undersetting on a guy, not getting ourselves squared up on a man. But we had 5 hurries this time, and we gave up a sack. It was one of our A-backs didn't get an opportunity to get a guy on the ground. We got a negative play on that, so that was disheartening. But we seemed to be able to get ourselves, even in Boston College. I mean, when they gave us 4-man pressures, we were in it. When they gave us 5-man pressures, we were in it. They gave us a 6-man pressure, we still have problems.
Anything else for Coach Sewak?
How different will practice be this week compared to normally?
And I think it'll be fundamentally and technically the same. Everything will get moved up a little bit. You're just coming off of 68 plays, and definitely my ones got 50 snaps or 55 snaps. So I mean, you've got to get their bodies right so that they can go ahead and perform. You want to have your horses ready when you get to the gate, and so I'm sure that we'll take that into consideration. But we are a physical football team. We know we're a physical football team, and I think we practice best, and I think we achieve our goals by coming off the ball and getting to where we need to get to. Might not be as aggressive in all the details that we were, but I'm sure that we'll be very aggressive in places in practice, both tomorrow and on Tuesday.
Will you have the game plan, will you be any smaller than normal, or?
No, I think we've had the same game plan for them for every time. I mean, because they're going to have a certain amount. They play 3 basic defenses, and we'll try to go ahead and get themselves, so we get ourselves in the right position to get the attack to the street. Obviously, it comes down to how much movement you can get at the point of attack, how you can get the play side linebacker. If you can get their eyes on defense to cheat and all of a sudden throw it over their heads, then that'll help you. That'll help you a lot bit too. So I mean, it's one of those deals that the game plan is always it's skeletal when you first put it in, and as you keep watching tape and you keep coming up with ideas, and more and more will be added, some will be removed, and then when you start the game on Thursday, Thursday night, it could change just how they play, but we have to be able to perform whatever they give us to us out there, and I think we have enough veteran guys that can help us get through that. It's great to have Freddie in there because he's seen a bunch of snaps, and he should be able to help us a little bit more. And then those other guys are all, or sometimes when you look out there and you see a bunch of redshirt freshmen. So I mean, there'll be an issues for that too.
Okay.